Today we're going to fill beer from the kegs into the bottles using counter pressure bottle filler. Now the counter pressure bottle filler has a long wand on the bottom of it. This is where the beer flows out of. There's a smaller tube up here, which is where the CO2 comes out of. Pressure release valve. On the top part we have CO2 in on one side, beer in on the other side. Now there's a T-valve, so they all come out down the bottom. They all come on that same spot. So the idea is there's a stopper that goes on here to fit your bottle size in there. So you go CO2 in till the pressure comes up. Open up the pressure release valve a little bit on here to let the CO2 start leaking out. When the CO2 starts leaking out, I usually wait a second or two and then roll this all the way over to let the beer start flowing in. The beer starts flowing in. You don't want it to get up into the CO2 tube here. So when it gets up near the top, you roll this forward again to shut it off. So it ends up off like that. So I've actually done this with the Raven Stout, and I'm going to show you some of that video so you can kind of see how that works in the process. And hopefully, when I'm done, it will all make sense to you. So I have this all hooked up for bottling already. The pressure going into the keg now is at about 5 psi. You want very low pressure when you're bottling from the kegs. You don't want it to flow very fast, nice and slow, so that you don't get a lot of foaming in there. And then the Raven Stout keg, you can see the beer line here is hooked up all the way over across the top and down into the bottling wand, or the counter pressure bottle filler. Tighten the valve. Open it up so the CO2 comes in to pressurize the bottle. Open the valve again to let some come out. And then we turn over and let the beer flow in. This flow is going to be pretty slow coming up the bottle. You're trying to maintain pressure in the bottle when you're doing this. Shut off the flow of the beer. Open that up again a little bit. Pre-sanitized cap. Another bottle. Lift and repeat. There we go. There we go.